Welcome guys to a new tutorial of VectorAcademy. Today I'm going to show you how to make a read more button. It's just a simple link, but we are going to make it fancy with some fancy CSS. So when you hover over it, you see that it will change the color, and it's just a simple CSS, and the border will also change. So for this, let's see the HTML code. So I really did some simple things here. So first I have a div a class, then I have a link to it, and then I have another div in it and a span over it. Why a span? Just for maybe later, so I can attach an ID to it and stuff. So let's go to the CSS code. Here is the tags I am going to use, the calling tags. I don't know what the name is, and I don't know really what the name is of these things here. So for the read more, we are going to give it a background color. The background color doesn't really matter since we are going to use white. So you could give it every color you want, but for me I'm going to give it a simple color here. So background color, and then the number is EDEDEC. It's some kind of whitish color. So let's see, it's not really white, but it's that brown white thing. So yeah, you can choose whatever color you want. So we're going to define width, and width is going to be about 50%. Why in percentage? Because I want to change it with the size of the resolution, the amount of place the file has, the screen has, and then we are going to align our text in the center. That's really simple code here, so nothing fancy. See, and of course we want also to align itself in the middle. So we are going to say margin left, margin auto, margin right, auto, and we want also to give it some space between the text and the read more button. So margin top, but to rem. So to get rem, what you do is just get the size you want. Let's say 16 pixels, but here I want 32 pixels, and divided by the standard size of your font. So the standard size of my font is 16 pixels here. So you can see that I've defined this in my common CSS. Then after that we also want it a bit further from the end of the article. So margin bottom 0.5 rem. Now these can depend on what you are looking for. So you see now that it's looks good, a little bit better than before. And we also want a padding, because it doesn't really look good when it's that close to the parameters of the div. So we want a padding left and right. Left, just let's say 1 rem, and right padding right 1 rem also. Now we're going to give some fancy font, font family Pacifica. So I'm just going to copy this from my thing here. Close the brackets. Now we should see some change. Yes, you see the font now. So then we get the size of the font. So font size can also vary, but I like to keep it not too big, so I'm going to give it a 1.3 rem. And yeah, that's actually all of it, except we also need a border. Border is just simple border, and then the pixel height, and then what color. So solid black. And yeah, that's what we have till now. Now we want to work away some things, like when I hover over it, I don't want it to underlines, because it doesn't really give that impression that it's a button, but it's just a link. So of course we're going to go to the read more on hover, and what we are going to do is just give it like a text decoration none. So when we hover over it, it shouldn't give anything. And the other thing what we want is we want the color to become white. So when we go over it, it becomes white, and when we go over this thing here, the background color should become pink, or not really pink, but yeah, purple, something like this. So we're going to use the tool here. It's really handy tool, and we're going to say background color. Oh, sorry, forgot the hashtag. And it should change. Now, okay, this is really nice, but it comes interruptedly. It should change. It should really transform in. So what we are going to do is go to our previous thing we worked on, so the read more, and we're going to say transform transition or transition. Sorry, it should transition to from 0.3 seconds. It should 0.3 seconds, and you see it really fades in beautifully. Now you can make this longer or shorter. You can choose whatever you want. Now what we could do is now delete these borders and let them become pink, but if we do that, it won't give that good effect. It will, when we do this, is what we could do is just also change the border the same color. So that will give it like it's taken over, the color is taking over the button. So border 2 pixels, or we can just give it a border color and copy the color. Oops. Copy the color, and we refresh this. You see that it just takes over the whole thing, and it transitions beautifully. It was just a really simple tutorial on how to do this. Hope you liked this tutorial, guys, and